Hello and welcome back. Good whatever time of day is coming up for you next. And here are some battles. This is from the Dragon King Cup that took place this last weekend. I only managed to play 8 battles out of it, but I have also managed to cut them and condense them all the way down to a regular sized episode. And I actually did something really interesting and completely cut out every single Dynamax transition. So, let me know if you like that. I'll make the thing. It wasn't too difficult. And we're just going to go into our first battle. I have been talking through most of it because I actually did not take a lot of notes. I was pretty just stoked on winning. Swampert does work. Managed to yawn cycle him until I can get Calyrex out. I've also skipped all of the team selection, preview, all that. Pretty much just the battles. But yeah, I figured if I only played 8 matches, I might as well post all of them. Even though there's a couple forfeits on my part. So, I don't know. I did alright. There was the first one. I like that way better. I wish that was a feature in the games. Swampert says good night. But that speed raise was going to work for me, especially because I know he's Dynamaxed and he's weak to ice, so Calyrex is kind of just the easy play here. So yeah, the beauty of this is being able to set up Trick Room and get my weakness policy on the same turn, and then just sweep from there. So it doesn't really matter like what he switches in, it's dead. Even if he decides to just completely let go of his Dynamax, you know? I'm in a pretty good spot. Yeah, literally all I have written for this game is Swampert, Yawn Rocks into Trick Room, Cali Sweep. I'm thinking I should have cut out some of these longer communicating sequences as well. But I mean, I feel like these games kind of put on a good show of what playing in this competition was like. There is one specifically that I'm kind of angry with the team I brought. But pretty much what it came down to, it was bad brings. Every game I lost, it was kind of just like, oh, yep. Very obviously now should have brought a different Pokemon off my squad. But I don't feel like I had a terrible team, and I usually go into these things with just zero confidence in my team. switches out the Eternatus. Like, nothing is switching into that. I don't know if maybe he had a sash there and thought that forgot I had rocks up or what. Just didn't want to put Eternatus in front of Hailstorm. But either way, like, I don't think he waited out the trick move here. It's not like that. Bottom of turn. Yeah, still up. Can't decide which stab to go for. Might as well go for the stronger one. I'm pretty sure Headbutt can miss too anyway, right? So, and look at that animation. That's a sick signature move animation there. I like it. Actually reminds me, I haven't seen the Ghost one now. I haven't seen the Ghost Rider Calyrex signature move. Alright, round two, yeah. So it says here I lead Pheromosa versus the Ghost Horse. And so what I was thinking here was that I was going to see like a nasty plot or like a Calm Mind or some kind of setup move. And I had my sash anyway, so I was kind of just like, nah, what's the worst that can happen? So I went for the taunt. I should have just gone for the U-turn because that would have just been really nice. A little bit of damage. Definitely could have swapped out to Incineroar there and not gotten hit. But I also did not know that Psychic was super effective on Pheromosa. I thought that Bug resisted it and that it would come out neutral. But not like it really mattered with the Scarf, or the Sash I mean, but like I had Incineroar here. But swapping out to the Intimidate for a special attacker kind of wasn't what I would have done anyway, though it would have been the optimal play. It was not on my radar at all. And then I get read like a book right here, because obviously I'm going to go for the Stab Dark attack. And what I should have done is after I got this parting shot off here, I should have brought Pheromosa in and U-turned out. Oh no, actually, because Incineroar is faster than Rhyperior. That's right. I was thinking I would hit second and I did not, and it threw off what I thought I was going to do. So then I end up sacking Pheromosa. But with the parting shot there, I should have made it a priority to bring Incineroar back out and see if I can force another swap. But yeah, I'm thinking like I could have brought Incineroar out right here and brought another parting shot down before swapping out to Excadrill and hopefully tanking a hit. I don't know, even that was still would have been the skin of my teeth, and he's got something else I didn't even see to swap to. So yeah, I pretty much just go all in with the Excadrill. But I really thought from where he was at and being dropped 2 attack stages that he would not open me. Like first I thought that would kill. But then I figured with my defense and him being at neutral attack after that, then I would live 1 more attack. But it just did not go that way. And as was before, that was my big play. Yeah, I didn't even use Incineroar for what I brought it for. Real long communication here. Yeah, 1 hit, dude. That was a full defense Incineroar. One-shotted by a -1 right barrier. I think it was Max Quake, sure, but whatever, man. Round 3. So they lead the Dragapult. I got the Swampert. We're gonna see what we can do about the Yawn Rocks. I wish it would at least show me nicknames for my Pokemon, like, because I had a really good name for my Swampert. It was Swamp Ass, and like obviously like Swamp Ass, like your butt crack sweaty, but also kind of like a play off of something like Nose Pass. Like it's Swamp Pass. Never mind. He's using the Hex. It's the PK Hex. I think he could move for like Ness from Smash. Obviously I know he's not from Smash, but that's where I know the PK moves from. PK Hex! That's basically what Dragapult just did. PK Fire, and then PK Hex. So yeah, running the Phantom Force, just kind of messing with me, a little bit tricky. And by now I'm figuring his 4th move is Substitute. I haven't seen it yet, but I did not know that if Dragapult fell asleep while it was missing, that it stayed missing for that turn. So I'm just like, whatever dude, Calyrex, I'm gonna Trick Room while you're asleep and start dropping Hailstorms. Yeah, it just blips back into existence. So when you know it, he gets the 2-turn wake, and then just Phantom Forces, which would be fine because I would get a guaranteed hit on the next turn, except I'm going first now. So, kind of got me there. I don't know if he read that I was going to Trick Room or what, but I figure I'll just go back out to Swampert because he took the last Phantom Force pretty well. And then also, he'll be faster in the Trick Room. And so I was right about it being substitute. And the thing that kind of, like, it's good that I got the yawn off before the substitute went up, but now I'm going to have a hard time breaking that with my burned Swampert, and I also don't want to waste a move off of, I don't want to risk him waking up while I'm in the process of getting Calyrex out. So I want to try to wait out the Trick Room with Swampert, get the substitute down at the same time, and then transition into Calyrex with a flip turn on the last turn of Trick Room. And it just is stressing me out even more that I've only got like 1 or 2 more turns of burn, and he's got 1 or 2 turns before he's fully healed from leftovers, and the substitute meant nothing. So luckily the what do you call it? Flip turn killed the substitute. Keep wanting to call it like Volt Switch or U-turn. That momentum move, you know the one of the 3. I guess Teleport qualifies as one of those 2, huh? So anyway, I'm like, just gonna have to take the hit here. Pretty much in the same situation I was in last time. But this time I have a bright idea. So I know he's coming down with the Phantom Force, but he's not doing it until after I move. So I'm like, if I'm gonna waste a turn, I'm not gonna. I didn't want to delay my Dynamax and like never get it up. I want to do it while the Trick Room's up, and I figure if I max guard this, I'm hitting either his Dragapult or whatever he's bringing in after it. So he ends up just giving it to me. And I just love Hailstorm so much because it breaks sashes. Like, it totally just gets rid of them. Unless it's on an ice Pokemon. But I don't really know a lot of ice Pokemon that are running sashes. Maybe like Ninetales, Alolan Ninetales, yeah. Frostlass, maybe? I don't think so, maybe. I don't know. Certainly not Ice Horse. But yeah, so here we go. This is where it gets fun, because he took some rocks damage, and then I get to go first, so he doesn't get to change his type. And it's just, that's it. Nothing. No hit. So now I've got a weakness policy's worth of stats, but I still have to proc mine. And then he's got the Xerneas. I'm pretty sure he could have Dynamaxed that. But yeah, pretty much might as well just go for the hardest hitting move I have. Still got the Trick Room. I don't think there's anything he can do unless he's got Protect on it. But even then, I got Excadrill in the back, so. And that was actually that. Game 3's over. That was the end of my first play session. That was day 2 of the competition. This is the first game of my second play session, which was day 3 of the competition. 5 games left on this video. We're going to get through them in 30 minutes. So they sent out the Blaziken first, and I'm thinking, is it going to be Dynamax? Like, is it fishing for a weakness policy proc? What's going on here? Do like the Gen 3 starter vibes going on here. Swampert versus Blaziken. 5 generations later. It kind of surprised me by going for bulk up, and then I'm like, it definitely wants me to proc its policy. So at this point I'm just kind of glad that I definitely went for Yawn. And I figure he's either going to swap or I'm going to get my rocks up and he's going to go to sleep. He surprised me here again with the Baton Pass. I did not know the Blaziken got Baton Pass. But I don't think he waited out a speed boost there. Oh yeah, he did, because it's turn 2. I was thinking that was his first move, but it was bulk up. Now this Solgaleo I'm pretty mad about, only because I brought Incineroar pretty much exactly for this Pokemon. Like, he's stacking Cosmic Power, he's going to try to hit me with Stored Power. And Incineroar is dark, obviously, so he can't be hit by the Stored Power, but also has Darkest Lariat, which will hit super effectively through all of the Cosmic Power boosts. And I just completely didn't bring that Pokemon. So at this point I'm just like, gotta get my Calyrex out and try to do some damage before he stacks up too far. And I was feeling the pressure really early this game. I was not happy about this one. But I do think that Solgaleo, the Duskmane I think it is, yeah. Duskmane Solgaleo does look pretty cool. Reminds me of the Zoids, the Ligers. Super cool. Always liked that aesthetic as a kid. So yeah, the Max Quake is just not really doing enough. So yeah, at this point I'm basically just trying to stack special defense in the hopes that I can nab a crit somewhere down the line. And maybe I won't get completely smacked around by cosmic power because it's psychic. But I know once you have a few cosmic power boosts, the base power on stored power just gets kind of dumb. I think it gets up to like 300 or 400 just off of 2 stats being at +6. But yeah, I got him down to half his health and was just spending all my Dynamax to get him down to half health and then watching him Moonlight. That was all I needed to see, really. I decided right then and there that I was just not going to put myself through that. And looking at it now, I'm still glad I had made that decision because I wanted to skip recording the audio for this match a couple of minutes ago. I was like, I'm just going to skip this and just explain why there's no audio. But anyway, here's round, what, 5 I think? Yeah, round 5. We're leading the Celesteela. This actually ends up being a pretty good match. For me anyway. Against the Hatterene. And so I'm thinking it's either going to Trick Room or there's no way it's going to just stand in front of me when I can Heavy Slam it. But that's exactly what happens. So I go ahead and get my Power Herb boost. Hit him with the Meteor Beam for decent damage. And then the Mystical Fire is kind of a bitch because I just would have rather kept my special attack boost. But now I know the pressure's on. I need to just hit with the stab. And hope I get the KO. Always expecting the G-Max off the Hatterene though. I have Flash Cannon written on my notes as Flash Can. Like a trash can. So next is Toad. I think it's Seismitoad, right? Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, this is fun because every other time I've seen this Meteor Beam Power Herb Celesteela, I've seen it with Energy Ball. And I was like, Giga Drain is not much weaker. And it gives me health back. And if I'm not going to run like Roost or whatever the healing move is usually for Celesteela, I think it's Roost, isn't it? Or no, it's Leech Seed, huh? Anyway, if I'm not going to run a healing move, I might as well run a healing move. Especially in a stab or a coverage slot. Hell yeah, why not? And so I managed to hit him with a 4 times, and it's just kind of silly. Can't imagine if I still had my special attack. I guess it wouldn't have made a difference because it OHKOs anyway. Oh no, it does not. I really thought it did. It heals me to full though. Maybe that's why I had it like that in my head. Man, the heater just came on and my nose got real stuffy all of a sudden. So anyway, the Max Squeezer, man, it gets me. Oh, I remember. I remember the end of this game. I was mad about this. I was really mad. So I know the geyser's coming. and it's in the rain, and he's got a knuckle boost, and I'm not Dynamaxed, and it almost gets me. Almost! So now I've got 4 HP. You can kiss my weakness policy goodbye. And just revel in the fact that I'm gonna go first because he's got Swift Swim. Not real sure what possessed him to swap, but I've decided I'm not going to Dynamax the Calyrex because it's got 4 HP, and that was a mistake because high horsepower just missed. That move's like 90%, I think. It might even be 95, and it missed the Zacian. I was so mad, like just so mad. I sound mad now. I'm not. I'm definitely just channeling how mad I was then, but I very specifically remember being so mad. So he gets me, and the thing I'm concerned with is that, yeah, Pheromosa can take down Zacian here, but the rain is still going to be up when the Seismitoad comes back out, and he is going to be faster. So I'm just like, whatever. We'll send the close combat, make sure we kill it, and they forfeited. So I wasn't really sure if I had a way out of that. It was really going to be close, but my opponent had seen enough. So here we go with round 6. Looks like we are going to be leading the Celesteela versus Rillaboom. Oh yeah, I remember this game too. I should remember all these, but looking at my notes, I remember what was. Just watch. High horsepower missed. In the last game, it was 90% accuracy. Air Slash here is 95% accuracy. And it just went ahead and missed. So I'm kind of like beside myself that I didn't just Airstream. And I just, I don't know. Now he's seeing the Airstream, or the Air Slash, and yeah, this just didn't go well for me. If I had used Meteor Beam there, that Cinderace would have been annihilated. Oh yeah, now we're gonna Meteor Beam. No way, dude. That thing's gone. So we go out to the Calyrex next, and I'm just like, fine, you want to go? Go ahead and set the trick room. So again, barely surviving to get the trick room up. Like, this Pokemon is very bulky, but it is also very sketchy to run. Because you kind of just gotta stand there and hope you don't die sometimes. Which is like what a bulky Pokemon like that should be. It should be able to do that, but it just kind of seems like anytime they have a Pokemon that can, it just is super overtuned and people abuse it. Talking about Porygon, Hippowdon, Manabuzz, stuff like that. Corviknight, Skarmory, another particularly long communicating sequence. So the logic behind the max guard here is that I wanted to get one more turn of healing off of the terrain, and also I was kind of hoping I could extend the terrain by one turn because it was still up when Rillaboom re-entered, so it did not reset. But look at this shit. I'm pretty sure I could have survived that. Maybe not by much, but it critted, dude. Like, it didn't really matter. And so now I'm just like, Pheromosa versus the world, right? Really wish I had led Pheromosa because the U-turn would have been super duper sick on turn 1. And that actually did not take me down to my sash. I was pretty surprised by that. And so, yep, nothing I could do there. The terrain lasted long enough for him. Game 6, the loss, but it's the last one. 40 minutes down. To anyone who has watched this, thanks for bearing with me. I hope you're enjoying the matches. We've got 2 more, and they go pretty well, so we're just gonna stick it out, check them out. We got 12 more minutes. Let's do this together. So we're leading the Swampert versus the Snorlax, and part of me really wanted to use Yawn just to meme on the guy because, I mean, you know, it's Snorlax, so let's put it to sleep and hope that wasn't what he wanted to do with it, you know? But he opts for Max Strike, which I get because, like, it's stab, but dropping my speed's not really the play. I don't know. I just thought the turn 1 Dynamax was kind of silly for Snorlax. Especially because Swampert typically is going to flip turn after it does what it wants to. So debuffing its speed doesn't really... Like, it even makes it to where the turn I do flip turn out, I take damage instead of... or Swampert takes damage instead of my incoming poke. So... I don't know, whenever I get my rocks, I get them to sleep. I get everything I want. And then I'm just like, maybe we'll test the limits of just how brain dead my opponent is and just go ahead and Dynamax ourselves. And I finally get a crit back. Some good luck going my way, sometimes lucky. And so I could go into Calyrex there, but I'm thinking that some Max Knuckles on the Excadrill and then just spam Earthquake after or something with a Scarf, you know? And I don't actually remember what this person's legendary was. Actually, I think they didn't have one at all. But I remember when I was looking at the team select that I had identified Excadrill as a possible carry. Man, I love skipping the Dynamax sequences, it's so good. Like, I already spent enough time not talking through these. And I swear, every time I rock fall on an Excadrill, I'm just like, man, I wish I had Sand Rush. But anytime I'm putting an Excadrill on my team, I'm like, man, no, I'm not doing Sand Rush. That's dumb. I need Mold Breaker. And then I proceed to never run into anything with the Levitate ability. Not only does it get my goat, it hurts it and makes me pay it. I love the colors on Shiny Excadrill. That's one of my favorite shades of blue-green. And the maroon is pretty dope too. Excadrill is one of my favorites for sure. Up there with Latios, which will be featured on my next ranked team adventures. Game 6 in the books. Or no, 7 I think. Yeah, that was game 7 in the books. Game 8 about to begin. That guy is wearing Ugg boots. He's styling way harder than I am. Those look like snowboarding boots. Those are pretty sick actually. So now Volcarona here. I go ahead and lead the Calyrex because I'm a freaking madman. But I figure he's either going to attack me and proc my policy and not be able to Oko me because it's unboosted, or he's going to sit there with a Quiver Dance and make himself faster, so I'm going to hit him first through the Trick Room anyway. So Trick Room is really just the easy first play for me to decide on. And so I go for the Quake just because it's neutral. And also with the Quiver Dance, if it survives, I want to make sure that I have boosted special defense in order to try to get my policy proc. and if it survives was real hopeful there because that did barely anything. So this plays a little questionable. Oh, not this one. Next one, I think. So I don't want to hit him with the Quake. I want to hit him with the Stab neutral. I feel like my special defense is high enough. And then also it will set the Psychic Terrain for my Zen Headbutts going forward. And also, I felt like going for a third Quake was just asking for him to bring in a Flying type. Especially because he's got the Sun and a Max card, so he hasn't gotten too much value off his Dynamax yet. I wasn't really surprised to see him let his third Dynamax turn go, but I bet he was real surprised to see me go for anything but another Max Quake. Imagine my surprise. Yeah, so I get that Intimidate right back. Glacial Lance just hits like a max move. So yeah, Porygon 2 didn't stand a chance. Volcarona is in a way worse position than it was before it swapped out. I don't know, man. I guess Volcarona was your big play, right? I was kind of surprised to see him hit through that just because I had 2 special defense boosts, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. Because we got this guy not sure. No, I'm just kidding. It's an Excadrill. And so the thing about this is that I could send out Excadrill, but Rock Tomb can miss. And then my other moves just, I don't know. I didn't want to risk him living. My Max Quake on Calyrex didn't do enough to the Dynamax Volcarona for me to be convinced that Excadrill could take it out in one hit. So I figured I would get the Pheromos out, make damn sure it can't be faster than Excadrill when it comes in, by taunting and making sure it can't Quiver Dance, and then I would get at least 1 or 2 regular attacks off because of my Sash, which would bring it into range for Excadrill to do it in 1 turn. So it seems like I'm kind of dragging the guy along and maybe BMing him a little bit, but I'm really just ensuring the win. Especially because at this point in my day, the babies were up from their nap and I was absolutely having to go do something else. So I did not want to leave on a loss, especially one that I had all but locked in. So yeah, from here it's as easy as clicking Earthquake, but I wanted to do it when he was at 10% health, way preferably to him being at less health than that. And I know the only reason he kept Excadrill so long is or Volcarona so long is because it has that Quiver Dance and they wanted it for late game. So I was just not going to let that happen. I'll sack the Moza for it. I brought the Sash Taunt for that reason specifically. Shutting down late game threats, stopping tricky opens. But anyway, that was my show this week. I'm going to do some ranked battles with Latios and upload a new video pretty soon. Peace out.